What's happening, guys? My name is Weds, and today we are going to talk about Gunfire Reborn. This is a new game on Xbox Game Pass, but it is not new by any means. It's been a while, but I am going to give you a new beginner's guide. That way you don't have to struggle like many of us new players did in the beginning. So first thing you need to know, this is a roguelite game, meaning you are guaranteed to fail. So do not worry about failing, because that's how you're going to improve. This is also mean as a roguelite game, you're gonna start in the beginning every time you fail. So be prepared to have a lot of patience for the game. So first thing first, we are on the screen where I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know. So first thing, new adventure. This means this is where you start the game and start your mission, and then you go on your adventure. And secondly, you have the daily challenge. The daily challenge, you're gonna unlock this at level 35. So do not worry about this. So this is something that you can do to get some essence, soul or soul essence, the currency that you use to actually upgrade your character. So do not worry too much about that in the beginning, in my opinion. Anyway, for the talent is where you are going to upgrade your character. You have levels that you have to go through to enhance your character. How many level? You have 178 level. Talents also mean the levels. You see level characters, so I'm level 65. That's how many talent points that I unlock. So, but the max is 178. So if you count or add all those numbers that you have throughout all the talents, then to include the hero talent, then you're gonna have a total of 178. So that means you are going to have a lot of grinding going for you. Now, for a lot of people, they want to know what is the best talent to start the game. So since we are on the talent, I am going to tell you it is going to be dependent upon you, what kind of player that you are. Are you an offensive player or are you a defensive player? So if you are an offensive player, then of course you're going to have to worry about something else rather than survival. But most people want to go with survival because you need to stay alive to actually complete the game on the normal difficulty. Talking about difficulty, you have normal, elite, and some other ones that we don't need to go through, but you will know exactly what you're talking about once you get to it. So right now you only need to worry about the normal difficulty. So as far as survival is concerned, you just make sure you take everything that you can in the beginning, that way you can stay alive. That if you are worried about being a defensive player. So if you are an offensive player, of course you want to go to weapons and then go do all this other stuff to make sure you do more damage and stuff like that. But if you want to stay alive, then you go to the survival tree and take everything that you can as early as possible. Now that we are on the talent, of course you are going to want to unlock the first thing. Now what's important to know is that you have to have Essence Soul. Essence Soul is the one that you're gonna need to actually unlock those things. As you can see, it shows you how many that you need. So when you go through your runs, you are going to kill enemies. When you kill enemies, then you're going to have those things, and then it tells you how many you have to have in order for you to unlock each talent. So you just have to have a lot of grinding going for you, and that way you can unlock what you need. Now I'm going to show you something that is very important that you need to worry about whenever you are starting the game. It's this talent right here. It's called Arm Support. What it says right here, at level 1 you can unlock some weapons, and that way you can start the game with a weapon. That way you don't have the Foundry, which is the worst weapon in the game. I'm going to explain this to you any further when we get to the part where I'll show you exactly where you unlock that chest. Anyway, so I don't have to say too much about the talents. It's just a matter of you grinding the game so you can get the talents. Now let's talk about the heroes. Now for the heroes, you have 6 available for the Xbox as far as we know right now, but there are a total of 8 characters that you can play, but I don't know how many you can unlock with the Xbox version. For now, it's 6 that are currently available. I know some people have to pay for DLC to actually get those extra 2 characters, but I don't know about the Xbox Game Pass yet, so because I'm not that far into the game yet. Anyway, this screen that you are looking right now, you can see on the left side says Ascension. If you click on Ascension, it shows you everything that you need to know, and we will talk about this in further detail when we get into the actual adventure screen. So that's what Ascension means, if you were wondering. In any case, so like I said, there are 6 characters in the Xbox that you can go through. Some of them you unlock by being a certain level, and other ones you have to pay essence soul for you to unlock them. So as you can see right here, it shows you exactly how many you need for the character that you need to unlock. For this one, for instance, you need 400. That's a lot of grinding, which brings me to my next point, which is stick with the character that they give you. A lot of people call the Crown Prince the weakest character. That used to be the thing in the beginning of the game, but now this character is like one of the best characters in the game. And if you stick with this character, you can beat the game as often as possible. It is a very strong, so do not deviate from that. Don't try to go and play with other characters in the beginning. Just stick with this one and you will be fine. Now, for each character, they have health bar and they also have shield bar. Some of them have armor and some of them have shield. Like for instance, this character have armor and this character have shield, so it is indicated by the blue shield, and this one, and the armor indicated by that yellow greenish kind of color. I am colorblind, so do not blame me. In any case, that's all we need to know about the hero for now. So let's go down to Armory. What is Armory? Armory shows you all the weapons that you can unlock in the game, and it tells you the requirement, what you need to do to actually unlock the weapon. For instance, this one, the Dragon Chaser, one of the better weapons in the game, it shows that you need to kill White Shark 60 times. So once you get that requirement done, you will unlock that weapon and you can play with that weapon. So those are all the weapons in the game. You can just go through the list and see the one, but some of the best weapon, if you check, you will know in the beginning. Make sure you unlock this weapon by killing the first boss. You will unlock this one, and this is one of the best weapons in the beginning of the game and even in the late game. So you want to have this in your arsenal as soon as possible. Now, let's go back to player information. This is shows you how many hours you play, the guns that you play with, and then every time that you fail. So you are going to see failure all over the place in this game because it is a roguelite. You are guaranteed to fail a lot of time until you actually learn the whole game. Anyway, now let's back to the logbook. What is the logbook? It shows you the information about all the enemies in the game, and then it tells you what they do and stuff like that, and how you need to prepare for those enemies. You got normal, elite, and you also have the bosses. If you want to learn about the bosses, who the bosses, then you will find it right here. There are a total of 4 bosses that you need to beat to actually finish the game on normal, but there are more than 4 bosses that you need to fight. But once you kill a boss 5 times, there is going to be an alternate boss, so you're not going to see the same boss every time. So this makes the game a lot more fun. In any case, now we also have the Occult Scroll. Those are the things that you're going to encounter in the game in chests, and you're going to have them. You're going to have to pick them based on your liking. Some are good, some of them are bad, so you have to make sure you make the right decision. We don't have to go through all of them to tell you which one is good, which one is bad. You have to read what it says and you will know exactly what is bad for you. For me personally, my suggestion, I always choose the one that gives me a benefit, not anything that gives me a disadvantage, like slow movement and stuff like that. So just pick them according to your liking or your play style. And then last but not least, on this screen, it is the setting. So you know what the setting does. Just go in there, mess around with things, and then just do it the way you want to. Now, let's go to the new adventure. All right, this is the adventure screen. The adventure screen, this is where you can actually invite other people to play with you, or you can do matchmaking. The matchmaking in this game has not been very good for my experience, so I stay away from it. I play solo anyway, so you just go. This is where you can also switch your character. Now, if you are on Xbox, if you click down on your analog button, the left one, you also gonna have a cursor. Then you can just go and then just click on things that way, just like you're using a mouse. So that's one other thing that you need to know. So, but you don't have to do that. You can just go use your arrow, or you can also use the analog to go left and right, up and down and stuff like that. Now to start the game, you just click the corresponding button and you are good to go. All right, now that we start the game, this is how you start. Now remember what I was talking about. I was talking about shield and also health. Like for this character, you can see the shield on top, it says 110 out of 110, and then for the health bar, it's 90 out of 90. So that's how it is. That's how it shows for me. Basically, the shield, once you lose your shield, then your health bar is started going down all the way and you can die very easily. So you need to make sure that you keep yourself out of trouble. Now, if you look on the right side, you can see your grenades and also your dash. And then for the Xbox, the RB send the grenade, and then the B just dash and just make you move to the left or right or front and back or whatever. And then you can see the gun that you're actually carrying. It tells you the type of ammo that it uses, and also it tells you how many you have in the magazine and how many that you have. This one is infinite. This is the regular weapon. That's what you start with. That's what you're always gonna start with until you get something different. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why we talk about that arm support we talked in the beginning. So as you can see right here, you can see this chest right here. This is the treasure chest. You are not going to be able to open this chest unless you unlock the talent that I showed you in the beginning, which was the arm support. Now when you open this, you have a chance to get any weapon that you have already unlocked, but that's if you max this all the way. Otherwise, in the beginning, for your level 1, you can only unlock a certain weapon, but once you unlock it, you max that talent out, you'll be able to pick any weapon that you already unlocked. I mean, it's random, it's not gonna be what you want all the time, but at least you will get at one weapon that you like that you can start with, and then you just have to choose the best out of all of them. Now, because it's a beginner's guide and you're gonna start with this character called Crown Prince, this is also called the cat. As you can see right here, this is the guy that you need to stick with, like I was saying in the beginning. So now let's check what you need to do to actually be successful with this guy. Now if I click on the button right here, it shows me the weapon and also show me the hero. Now we need to be in a hero screen. You can see you have element, smoke, and orb. Now when they talk about secondary skills, we are talking about your grenade. So that is the smoke, and those are some of the best that you can choose from. Like for instance, on the element tab, if we go on the element tab right here, you can see the first one is wildfire, but you want elemental rage. This is one that you need to pick every time you see that one. Just pick that. And also as your dominance, you need to make sure you pick that one whenever you see it. If you don't see them, then you're out of luck, but if you see them, make sure you pick them up. And also electro dominance is also very good. You can read what it says, and then you keep picking them every time you see them, then you're gonna do a lot of damage. Now elemental damage for this character is huge. That way you can throw your smoke grenade and you can do a lot of damage over time. That's why you need to pick this. The more you have, the better. Now for this smoke, now the best one that you need in this category is the hex smoke, because in the beginning you need to stay alive as much as possible. The hex smoke actually gonna keep you alive. As you can see what it says right here, enemies affected by smoke grenade will deal 50% less damage and take 20% more damage for 6 seconds. If you max this out, you're gonna have 70% less damage, and that will allow you to stay alive a lot longer. Now all the other one are secondary, but you need to choose the right one for you. But again, as long as you choose this one, and when you see it, then you should be better at staying alive. And for this one right here, the orb, it's just a matter of preference. I never see anything that's better than the others. So just pick the one that's best for you. For me personally, whenever I see this one, if that's what available, then I always pick this one. And it is not too bad. It is very good. You got this going for you. And you also have this one you can also pick whenever you see it, if you don't have any other option. Anyway, this one also is good to make the freeze a lot longer. Then you should be fine if you pick those one. And then the Occult Scroll is whenever you pick them up, they will be right here on that screen, but I already show you all the ones in the beginning of the video. In any case, now we are going inside the game while we are going into mission, and I'm gonna show you some tips on how to get this done. Anyway, while you are playing the game, you're gonna encounter many stages before you get to a boss. There are about 4 stages on every level before you actually fight the boss. So you just go to the stages, kill enemy, and get the right weapon. You should be fine. As I was saying, the first character you get is the cat. The best weapon you can use for the cat is trying to get weapons that is lightning and also fire weapon. If you get those two combination and you throw your grenade, your smoke grenade, and you also mix it up with the lightning round, then you're gonna have something called Miasma. Miasma is gonna do a lot of damage to enemies, damage over time that is, and it's gonna kill the enemy. That way it makes the game a lot easier for us. So remember, the best tip I can give you for this character to make you stay alive a lot longer and to kill enemy a lot faster is get a lightning weapon and also throw your grenade. Mix those up and you will do a lot of damage. So that's one thing you need to do to actually stay alive and kill enemy a lot faster. Now, what else I need to tell you about the game to make things a lot easier for you as a beginner? You just need to make sure you pay attention, trying to stay alive. But there are some other things in the game that you need to be aware of. While you are going through your adventure, on the wall, you need to check the wall. There's always this thing called a crack on the wall. If you go in there, that's an extra adventure that you go through, kill some enemy, then you're gonna get yourself some more essence soul. Those are the things that you use to actually upgrade your character. So if you don't mind going in there in the vault and then just kill the enemies and stuff like that, then that's gonna be a benefit for you. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's just an option, and you can just keep going just to the regular level until you get to the boss, especially if you are going to do speed running. All right, other things you need to know throughout your adventure. So in your adventure, you're gonna encounter those characters. This is the Peddler. The Peddler, if you go inside a guy's menu, you will see that he is selling stuff. He's selling weapons, ammo, all kind of stuff that you can buy to actually make your run a lot better. So if you want a weapon, then you can buy the weapon. If you want more ammo, more health, more ammo, more grenades, then you can buy. So if you are looking for an arc weapon, you don't have it, he might be selling it, then you can just buy it from him. That's the good thing about the game. You always can get stuff while you are playing. And there is also another character that you need to be aware of. This guy right here is the Craftman. So if you go with that guy, you can see that you can enhance your weapon for coins. The coins that you get while you are playing, you can use them to enhance the weapon, to make the weapon that you currently carry a lot better. So those are the things that you need to keep in mind while you are playing. Sometimes you have to be careful. When you see those guys, don't run to them. Just make sure you kill the enemies first. You clear out the room before you can actually interact with those guys. That way you are in a safe place. Other than that, guys, I think that's all you need to know to get yourself started and have fun with the game. Basically, just choose the right weapon, choose the right character, just learn the character that you are playing, and you should be fine. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps. I will see you guys in the next one.